Hello and a very warm welcome. Some breaking news the other day. F2 cars will now be in the F1 2019 game, it looks like. They've put a trailer out there, they've put a teaser out there, and it looks like F2 cars are going to be in the F1 game. This is huge. I said I'd like to see F2 cars in the Formula 1 game. In real life, you've got to work your way from F3, F2, and then you get into F1. You've got to do well in F2 to get your seat in F1, and it makes it more realistic in a career mode. I mean, think of the possibilities now. Career mode, you're going to start with an F2 team. You're going to try your best to win the championship, work your way up. Then you'll get a call up by a Williams, a McLaren, a Force India, a lower team. And that's basically George Russell's story. George Russell, real life, wins the championship, gets promoted to Williams, he's got his chance in F1. Although the Williams is a shitter. But he's still worked his way up. This is really good for the game. We've got classic cars, we've got classic tracks. Although, my two main things was, in next year's F1 game, they have to bring more classic tracks. There's not enough classic tracks on the F1 game. 2013 was the best for classic tracks. We had Estoril, Brands Hatch, what was the others? Imola, and there was another one. But think of the endless possibilities. The F1 game could be the best racing game we've ever seen. I mean, career mode now. Start in F2, work your way to F1. Online, you can race classic cars, the normal cars, and F2 cars. Imagine having an F2 race online on an F1 game. I mean, it's bad enough we have Ricardo dive bombers, these newbies who we've 50 times down the road thinking, well, it's typical. They don't watch F1. They've got no interest in F1. They just buy a racing game and think, I'll drive like an absolute cunt. And then, of course, we'll have the TRLs that are 5 seconds quicker than everyone else. But their setups have actually been exposed to the world now, so they can't get away with their cheating antics. But they'll still be 5 seconds quicker than anyone else. I'm seriously contemplating changing my gamertag to TRL Maldonado just for the banter. They'll be like, "Ooh, you can't have TRL in your name. You must be a member." Yeah, I am. I'm fucking Maldonado. No, but I wouldn't be Maldonado. I'd put my name something like TRL. Who's a legend? TRL Hakkinen. Is there what? Hakkinen? Is there a Hamilton? TRL Hamilton? There's that fucking many of them, you lose count. They even name them after snooker players now, but anyway, that's another story. This F1 game could be the best F1 game in my opinion. The best one was 2013. I mean, why can't we have classic tracks? They've done amazing. I mean, I don't know F2 cars are official, but I'm pretty sure in the trailer that was a sneak preview of an F2 car. This is absolutely huge. But for me, they've got to add classic tracks. We've got everything now. We've got F2, we've got the normal cars, we've got the classic cars from all over the eras, the 90s, the 2000s, the 80s. But classic tracks, we need classic tracks. Manicourt in France, Istanbul in Turkey. I never liked that track, but people seem to love that track. Let's get these classic tracks. Why can't we have these classic tracks? There's no excuse for it. I mean, you've had them before, so bring them back. Imola, Brands Hatch, Donington Park. Let's go back in. I mean, it's simple to get tracks these days, isn't it? Donington Park. That was another one we used to go around back in the day. The iconic, I can't even speak, the iconic moment where Senna literally was in the wet at Donington, got into the lead straight away. These are the tracks we want to see. Another favourite of mine was, what was it called? It was back in the day, South Africa, I forget what it was called. That is actually a decent track. I've raced that track before. I'd like to see a track in Holland, like actually on the calendar in real life, because just the support for Max would be amazing. But it's endless. This could be the best F1 game we've ever seen. I mean, classic tracks, F2 coming into the game. It's going to prolong your career mode. You start, I mean, Prema Racing, Carlin Racing. I do watch F2 because they've got huge nuts, they've got huge bollocks. They're dive bombs like Ricardo. They race like they're playing online. I mean, we all know these online newbies who can't drive. They literally, it's literally Grosjean-esque in 2012. They try and win the race in the first lap. They have contact. But, of course, Xbox do nothing about them. Or Codemasters do nothing about them, they just let them race like newbies. But an iconic track, Nürburgring, I'd love to see that. Imagine a Nordschleife on the F1 game. Imagine going round Nordschleife in an F1 car. The possibilities are endless. I mean, we're in 2019, the graphics are the best they've ever been. I mean, anything is possible with technology these days. But I'm happy they brought F2 in. I called it for next year's F1 game. Bring F2 cars. I didn't think they'd actually do it. No chance. I'm not saying that I said to Codemasters bring F2 cars in. I said it just to my friends on Xbox that they should bring F2 cars in. And they've actually gone and done it. Fucking hell. Can't believe it. Oh shit. Shit. 28th of June it comes out. Oh, that's another point actually. It's coming out like 2 months early. Is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? Are they rushing the game out to get it out to the public? Usually the F1 games don't come out till around Italy. And this year it's going to be miles earlier. Last year it came out the 24th of August, I believe. So this year it's coming out the 28th of June, which is also Valtteri Bottas' birthday, I believe. Don't ask me how I know that. I'm not a Valtteri Bottas stalker or anything. But I was watching practice today and I noticed when it came up with his birthday, it was the same day as the release date. But I can't believe it. I can't wait to play the F1 game. I mean, I used to have problems. I still have problems. They're gone silent now. They're non-existent now. I used to have big banter and big problems with these TRLs. My debate always with these TRLs was they're 5 seconds faster than anyone else online. Expose your setups. Let us use them and see if we can match your times. But now they don't have a choice because Codemasters have put everyone's setups out there, so they can't get away with their cheating antics anymore. And now you don't hear of them. They're all gone back in the caves. They're silent now. You don't hear of them. My good old mate Codemaster, or forget what he's called now, Jason 1971, CX Sprints, Bumboys. You never hear of them now, because now their cheating antics are being exposed. They can't get away with them. There's no wonder they're 700 and, well, maybe not that far down, but they're not. It used to be back in the 14, 15 TRs. So you get to like 52nd and you'd actually find someone who's got a decent gamer tag. But now it's just, they're not top anymore. It's amazing how you get exposed, your cheating antics, you can't get away with it no longer, and look what happens. You're down in 52nd and 41st. Tick up forehead and call yourself Stephanie. Can't wait to play the F1 game. I'm super excited. It's a long way away. What date are we on today? We're on 29th of March, so January, February, March, April, May, June. Out in 3 months. Don't forget, so basically breaking news, Codemasters are releasing the new F1 game 2 months early. Looks like they're bringing F2 into the game. Phenomenal. And yeah, let's hope the online servers are good. Look out tomorrow, qualifying reaction, race reaction, driver ratings for the Sakhir Bahrain Grand Prix. Adios. Thanks for watching. We've gone Very dark. It's lights out and away we go. Vettel's steaming down into T1. Oh no, he's hit Hamilton.